Did you know that approximately every third serial killer in the world is American? A chilling fact that seems straight out of a horror movie, yet it's very much a reality. It makes you wonder, what transforms an ordinary individual into a cold-blooded killer? The answer lies in a complex web of psychological, biological, and environmental factors. Some are driven by a twisted sense of pleasure, others by a deep-seated rage they can't control, and some we may never fully understand. Today we're going to delve into this unsettling world, examining both recent and historical cases. We'll explore the stories of these killers, their heinous acts, and the lasting impacts they've left behind. With that chilling thought, let's dive into the dark world of these killers. In April 2023, Thai police arrested a woman suspected of killing 12 people with cyanide. This chilling case surfaced when autopsy results showed cyanide in a victim's system, with heart failure as the cause of death. The woman, Sararat Ramsiwathaporn, was taken into custody after police discovered a bottle of cyanide in her possession and suspicious capsules at her sister's pharmacy. Authorities suspect that Sararat may have committed these heinous acts between December 2020 and April 2023. Among her alleged victims are 2 policewomen. The families of the victims reported missing personal possessions and withdrawals from their bank accounts, leading investigators to believe that the motive behind these tragic murders could be financial. Sararat's lawyer, however, staunchly denies all charges. As we speak, the investigation continues, with authorities tirelessly working to unravel the truth behind these alleged murders. This case, originating from Thailand, is a stark reminder of the international nature of serial killings, proving that such horrific crimes are not confined to any one country or culture. While this case continues to unfold, it reminds us that serial killers are not confined to any one country or culture. From recent cases, we take a step back to the late 90s in Spokane, Washington, where Robert Lee Yates Jr. prowled the streets. This quiet corner of the Pacific Northwest was about to become the hunting ground of a predatory monster. Robert Lee Yates Jr., a seemingly average family man, led a sinister double life as a serial killer. His victims, mainly women working in the city's red light district, known as Skid Row. Between 1996 and 1998, he brutally ended the lives of at least 13 women, but his murderous trail stretched even further back, with confessions to 2 killings in Walla Walla in 1975, and another in Skagit County in 1988. The investigation into these horrific crimes was a complex and chilling one. Police were confronted with a string of unsolved murders, each with a hauntingly similar modus operandi. The bodies of the victims were often found in isolated areas, each bearing the cruel mark of a single gunshot wound to the head. In 2000, the net finally closed in on Yates. His capture was a chilling moment of realization for the community, as they discovered that the monster had been living amongst them, hiding behind the facade of a family man and decorated military veteran. The trial of Yates was as dramatic as it was disturbing. He was convicted on 13 counts of first-degree murder, and 1 count of attempted murder in Spokane County, and was handed down a sentence of 408 years in prison. But justice wasn't finished with Yates. In 2001, he was charged with 2 additional murders in Pierce County, and was sentenced to death by lethal injection in 2002. Today, Yates remains on death row at the Washington State Penitentiary. The reverberations of Yates's crime still echo through the community. The lives lost, the families left behind, and the trust shattered by this man's heinous acts have left an indelible scar on Spokane's history. Yates's case serves as a grim reminder of the horrors that serial killers can inflict. It is a chilling testament to the dark underbelly of human nature and the devastating consequences of one man's monstrous desires. The damage inflicted by serial killers extends far beyond their immediate victims. Their chilling presence not only takes lives but also leaves lasting scars on communities and society at large. The fear they instill, the trust they break, and the grief they cause ripple out, affecting countless others. In this video, we've explored the unsettling prevalence of these predators, from the recent cyanide murder case to the historical account of Robert Lee Yates Jr. We've seen how they operate in the shadows, using their cunning and ruthlessness to commit heinous acts. The case of Sararat Ramsiwathaporn, the suspected cyanide killer, shows us that even in our modern world, such horrifying crimes persist. Turning to the past, we dove into the dark saga of Robert Lee Yates Jr., a man who mercilessly took at least 13 lives. As we continue to delve into the minds of these killers, We strive to understand their motivations, their methods, and their madness, but in doing so, we must never forget the lives they've taken and the communities they've torn apart.